Hi friends, it's Julia. I'm here to share a layout that I made for Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And this is day number 16 or sketch number 16. And if you head over to her Facebook group or to her YouTube channel, and then she links her videos up to her Facebook group for 30 Days of Sketches, you'll find this along with the other 5 rounds of 30 Days of Sketches that she's done as well. In doing this, I have pulled out an older kit that I had on my shelf, and it's from a Counterfeit Kit Challenge kit from October 2019. I just revisited it to October 2020 because I didn't make a new one this year for October. I wasn't crazy about the inspiration kit that they chose. So here I'm cutting down my paper and getting some things sorted. Now this paper that I added in is from a My Mind's Eye paper pad that I had picked up at Tuesday morning. It's a remake of an older paper collection, maybe from 2015 or 2016. And the name has just gone right out of my head. Anywho, so it was based on that. Now, I had previously used this pattern paper in a smaller kit within the last couple of years, and so I had some scraps left over from that kit, and I've thrown those into this one. And so you'll see that green paper is one that I had along with the scraps from that kit. I love that piece of paper. And it is actually a quite thin piece of paper from Hobby Lobby, and it's one that I went in and I was looking for a wood grain, and they had all of these beautiful wood grains on their paper aisle, and you could buy it individually, and it is super duper thin. But I tell you, I bought like 3 or 4 pieces of this one color, and I have hoarded every scrap of it. I love it so much. So here I am, I'm cutting down my photos. Now the photos themselves are of 2 of my granddaughters and then my youngest son's stepson. So he's kind of like our grandson too, right? Yeah, so I have the 3 of them. We had all gone on vacation together, and we had these 3 kiddos with us to my mom's house in North Mississippi. So lots of green, lots of outdoor, lots of sunshine. And they had an impromptu photo shoot with my daughter-in-law in the backyard. And these are 3 of the photos from that photo shoot. Now I'm looking at those photos, and I have them on that pink background, and it just did not feel right with the green and the red, white, and blue. I needed to do something different. So I just went over to the black cardstock paper, and I'm just putting my paper pieces behind that. And I'm liking how that's looking. I'm getting close to having it completely fixed like I want it. Once I move this piece of paper around, that's it. I'm done moving stuff. And I know this is where I'm going to have my pattern paper. I did not bother to make longer strips of paper only because I knew that the photos were going to be butted up together. These are actually the little pieces that I have are all ones from my leftover bin that I had cut out for previous things or printed out or for whatever purpose I had them and never used them. And so I'm at a point now where I'm pulling these things out, trying to get some of them used up in kits. Hush. So here I've got this little pocket page card with all the circles cut out, and I've used it as a base piece to an embellishment cluster there. And so it's got the details on that little card, and it's got who, what, where, and when, or when and where. So that's a good place for your journaling. You know, it's always good to have those key items whenever you're doing your journaling. And I'm going to get these pieces of paper glued down. And I don't really think that I peel up too much stuff this go around. If you guys have been around and watched any of my videos, you know I typically peel stuff up multiple times before I'm happy with placement. Um, I don't know, just a quirk in my nature. I start and I think this is where I want it, and then I change my mind at some point along the way. So, are you guys playing along with Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches? If so, are you loving it? I'm a sketch girl, and so, over the course of a year, I may make probably 5 or 6 layouts a year that do not start with the sketch. I find that even though I start with the sketch, my layouts don't always look like the sketch when I'm done, which is okay with me, because that's what sketches are. They are a tool, to inspire me to use the photos and embellishments that I have to create layouts that will go into my albums. Um, and if it looks exactly like the sketch, that's okay too. Um, and I think as you use sketches more and more, it becomes easier to manipulate them and do what you want, whether it's turn them sideways, turn them upside down, um, or just completely redesign as you're going through. But it's a great place, especially for new scrapbookers, to start with because it gives you a pleasing um, arrangement for the eye. It gives you placement where your embellishment clusters should land, to be pleasing to the eye, where your pattern papers should go that would be pleasing to the eye, and your photo arrangement, where they would go that would be pleasing to the eye. And for me, I find that page maps and what's the other? The Allison Davis, the Scrapbook Generation. I download their free sketches, but I also purchase a lot of sketches from them because I absolutely adore their sketches. I have all of their physical books that I bought previous to uh, them going mostly digital, and I use them all the time. Using more bits and pieces of scraps here from my leftover bin, and from the what I have created with this kit along the way, like the paper with the words on it that I'm using as the background there. They are scallop circles that I had punched out for another layout that I didn't use all of them, so I'm using some of them up here. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of little random bits and pieces used that I have added into this kit, and it feels good. I've waited for just the right spot um, for that heart. I'm telling you, I love that heart. So here I have a gray piece. It's a gray sticker that almost has a stone look to it. And I'm adding it up at the top to border another little embellishment cluster. And I've got a sticker that I'm going to use, a little label sticker that I'm going to use on top of that. And then on top of that, I'm going to have a little phrase sticker. And on the phrase sticker, it says, "You must go on adventures to find out where you belong." And I think Sue Fitzmaurice is the author of that, um, or who made the quote originally. So you can see I have my title on a piece of wax paper, and that's because I kind of got behind. So I'm building up my page kits several days at a time, and then I will spend an evening or an afternoon when I get home from work early and get a lot of layouts done. And then I'll start stacking up layouts again. It all started when I got a little bit behind, and then I found myself with work and my mom in town visiting, I got really behind. So it worked for me to do it this way. And I've stayed on top of them, not necessarily day by day, but week by week, I'm staying pretty close to on target with them. Anywho, that's about it. I'm down to the end of it here. I'm adding these last few bits and pieces of washi tape, and then I'll add my finishing touches, and this layout will be done. I appreciate you guys for sticking around and for watching my video today. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love for you to. Feel free to hit that subscribe button at any point. Um, and I hope that this inspires you to get into your stash and use some of the things that you love from your stash to create layouts and tell stories so that, you know, the generations that come after you will have access to that, and be able to tell future generations even about what was happening in your life. Anyway, so there you are. I will have close-up photos at the end. You guys have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.